Well, my next guest needs no introduction. He's a local legend, actually, in my opinion. Friendly, familiar face. Full name Giovanni Esposito. Not Despacito, as in the Justin Bieber hit, but more commonly known as Spoz. And he is not averse to a bit of verse. Welcome to the show, Spoz.
How you doing, Danny? You all right?
I'm good, thanks. And hope you like the little intro there.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was
Great
great.
stuff.
Yeah, I get the Despacito thing quite a bit.
Oh, do you?
It's all good fun.
Yeah. So Italian, that's where your name originates from, is it?
That's right. Yeah, my mum and dad are Italian, and I was born in Rubri.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Bellissima.
Which is a very Mediterranean, in it, Rubri.
Yeah, yes. People often say Rubery is rubbery, but it's a good place to live, I find. It's kind of like limbo between Birmingham and Worcester. Best of both worlds.
That's it. Yeah, we're right on the border.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love
Great
it.
stuff. And you're a poet, a musician. You do a bit of a charity fundraising as well. How has great stuff? Yeah, if you'd like to tell more about that, the charity fundraising.
Yeah, well, like you say, I do the poetry and the music. I play in a band called Vaseline at the moment. We do all the sort of 70s punk rock stuff like the Clash and the Pistols, the Stranglers. And obviously, because of lockdown and everything, we all our gigs were cancelled. All our live gigs and stuff. So we thought to ourselves, how can we carry on doing a few gigs? And we decided to do some fundraising for Acorns Children's Hospice.
Wonderful.
Because myself and my wife, especially my wife, actually, she does a lot of stuff with the Acorns Choir and does a lot of volunteering there. And I do a little bit with them as well every now and again. And we just thought, well, if we do some gigs, obviously with the lockdown thing and the social distancing stuff, we did it on our, we started off by doing gigs on our bass players' drive, entertaining the neighbourhood, or probably, I say entertaining, probably upsetting the neighbourhood more than anything else. But while we were doing that, we said, look, here's a little fundraiser for Acorns Children's Hospice. So, encourage us to do more gigs by donating to the cause. And in the end, we raised £5,010, I think it was.
Great stuff.
Our target was to raise £5,000, and we went £10 over, which I was really pleased about. And we did 4 gigs in all. We did 2 on our bass players' drive. The police turned up after the second one and told us that's enough of that. Thank you very much. So we took that then to a rehearsal studio in Redditch, because obviously lockdown was eased a little more. And we went to Top Banana Studios in Redditch. Our friend Steve runs that place. And he was great. Let us use the place for that little online gigs.
Oh.
So, a bit of fundraising, bit of entertainment. And I think you just got to think outside the box a little bit.
Yeah, try and be creative, original, which you are. That's amazing. Congratulations. So you mentioned you do a bit of bus. You mentioned that you do a bit of busking. You will see buskers on the streets. And is there kind of any law on it? Could you just turn up with a guitar, or is there?
I think there are certain bylaws. I'm not entirely sure what those are. I've never really gone busking as such.
Yeah.
Perhaps I ought to.
Food for thought there.
I've never been busking as such. Obviously, with the thing on our bass player's drive, it was on his property.
Yeah.
Obviously, the sound travels and stuff. So obviously, what we had to do was just send little notices out to all the neighbourhood saying, this is what's happening. If you've got any problems, do give us a shout up.
Yeah.
And nobody got back to us. And it's a shame that somebody obviously did take the time to phone the police for the second time and complain. It's a bit disappointing when that happens. We were only playing for 30 minutes. So, perhaps they had a child in bed. I don't know. Yeah. So, obviously, people have all sorts of reasons.
Other than that, it sounds like there's good community spirit in the area, which is good to know. You always get one, don't you?
We were a little worried because, obviously, as we've seen on, was it Bournemouth Beach and stuff, sometimes people forget about the social distancing thing. And it's easily done, I've found myself reaching out my hand to shake somebody's hand just through force of habit, and then I sort of withdraw it back and go, oh, sorry, I forgot about that. And it only takes a second, to forget.
Yeah.
And I really do get upset with people who are so sanctimonious about look at it, oh, it's outrageous, all these people. It's easily done.
Yeah, we need more. We need more like characters like you in this world, really, because
I like to think so.
That's why I think anyway. And how long have you been writing poems and poetry and verse?
Oh, doing the poetry thing. I used to write poems at school when I was a nipper. I used to really enjoy it, and I always used to make mine rhyme. And now not all poetry has to rhyme, but I just enjoyed trying to make them rhyme. So I used to do it at school for fun, and then I got into songwriting. When I was 16, I bought a guitar, taught myself to play guitar, and just found I had a knack for writing lyrics. So ultimately, poetry and lyric writing very closely linked.
Yeah.
And it's just stemmed from there. So I've been doing it ever since school days, really.
You're very gifted. Very gifted. When I attempted like poetry, I was combining poetry with songwriting. I often found a rhyming thesaurus very helpful. Very helpful. You're looking for a word and then you come up with another word. Very helpful.
It is, yeah. I think it does expand one's vocabulary, really.
Yeah.
When you're trying to tell a story and you're limiting yourself to words that rhyme or nearly rhyme, sort of a thing. I think it really does push your creative boundaries a little bit. Although, don't get me wrong, I think sort of certain prose and non-rhyming poetry as such is equally valid and equally brilliant. It's each to their own.
Yeah.
And I just like rhyming, so that's what I do.
So, man of many trades.
I have a go.
Yeah, that's it. Best way to do it. And you're on the website, like your website, it's straight to the point, Spoz, SPOZ.co. Is that right?
That's right, yeah. So, if anyone wants to have a look at any of my work or contact us, you can get me on the website, which is all the W's.spoz.co. So, just co. No UK after that one. It's just a .co. Yeah. So,
There's only one Spoz as well.
There's a few of us, actually, would you believe? There's a few of us. I've got me cousin who's a Spoz. He's got the same name as me.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, people know my brothers, as Spozzies. So, there's quite a few of us around. So, make sure you get the right Spoz.
Spoz with the Mohican. We can remember you that way, can't we?
That's it, absolutely.
And finally, describe yourself in 3 words.
Describe myself in 3 words.
Yeah. I've got one for you. 1 in a million. Well, that's 4, but I could say 1 in a million.
All right. A bit silly. There you go.
There we go. That's straight to the point. Well, thank you very much for the interview, Spoz, and to keep up the good work. And that's all the best with your poetry and your music and everything else and your charity fundraising.
Lovely.
Great. So thanks
for that,
very
Spoz. Much, Danny. Cheers, mate.